is a truth universally acknowledged that a single man in possession of a good fortune must be in want of a wife, however little known the feelings or views of such a man may be on his first entering a neighborhood. This truth is so well fixed in the minds of the surrounding families that he is considered the rightful property of someone or of their doctors. My dear, my Bernard, said his lady to him one day, have you heard that Netherfield Park is let at last? Mr. Bennet replied that he had not. But it is returned she, for Miss Long has just been here, and she told me all about it. Mr. Bennet made no answer. Do you not want to know who has taken it? Cried his wife in party. You want to tell me, and I have no objection to hearing it. This was invention enough. Why, my dear, you must know Miss Long said that Netherfield is taken by a young man of large fortune from the north of England, that he come down on Monday in the chaise and for to see the place, and was so much delighted with it that he angered with Mr. Morris immediately that he is to take possession before Michaelmas, and some of his funds are to be in the house by the end of next week. What is his name? Bingley. Is he married or single? Oh, single, my dear, to be sure. A single man of large fortune, 4,000 or 5,000 a year. What a fine thing for our girl. How so? How can it affect them? My dear Mr. Bennet, replied his wife, how can you be so tiresome? You must know that I'm thinking of his marrying one of them. Is that his design of settling here? Design? Nonsense. How can you talk so? But it is very likely that he may fall in love with one of them, and therefore you must visit him as soon as he comes. I see no occasion for that. You and the girl may go, or you may send them by themselves, which perhaps will be still better, for as you are as handsome as any of them, Mr. Bingley may like you the best of the party. My dear, you flatter me. I certainly have had my share of beauty, but I do not pretend to be anything extraordinary now. When a woman has 5 grown-up daughters, the ought to give over thinking of her own beauty. In such case, a woman has not often much beauty and thinking of. But my dear, you must indeed go and see Mr. Bingley when he comes into the neighborhood. It is more than I ask for, I assure you. But consider you, doctor, only thinking what an escape it would be for one of them. Sir William and Lady Lucas are determined to go merrily on that account, for in general, you know, they visit no newcomers. Indeed, you must go, for it will be impossible for you to visit him if you do not. You are over scrupulous, surely. I dare say Mr. Bingley will be very glad to see you, and I will send a few lines by you to assure him of my hearty consent to his marrying whichever he chooses of the girls. Though I must throw in a good word for my little Lizzie. I desire you will do no such thing. Lizzie is not a bit better than the others, and I'm sure she is not half so handsome as Jane, nor half so good humoured as Lydia, but you are always giving her the present fun. They have none of them much to recommend them. The replied he, they are all silly and ignorant like other girls, but Lizzie has something more of quickness than her sister. Mr. Bennet, how can you abuse your own children in such a way? You take delight in vexing me. You have no compassion for my poor nerves. You mistake me, my dear. I have a high respect for your nerves. They are my old friends. I have heard you mention them with consideration the last 20 years at least. Mr. Bennet was so odd, a mixture of quick parts, sarcastic humor, reverse, and caprice, that experience of 23 years had been insufficient to make this wife understand his character. Her mind was less difficult to develop. She was a woman of mean understanding, little information, and uncertain deeper When she was discontented, she faced herself nervous. The business of her life was to get her doctors married. Its solace was visiting and news.